Chapter 7. Love is in the air. A year after the death of his uncle, Charles Darnay traveled to England and worked there as a French teacher. He had also fallen in love with Lucy Manette. Charles decided to visit Dr. Manette and tell him about his feelings towards Lucy. Dr. Manette seemed pleased when Darnay promised that he would never take Lucy away from her father, as she is more than a daughter to her father. Dr. Manette told Charles that Mr. Stryver, the lawyer, and Mr. Sidney Carton always came to visit them in the house, and they seemed interested in Lucy Manette. Dr. Manette promised that he would never stand in the way of her love if she loved Charles. Charles wanted to tell Dr. Manette his real name, which was a secret, but Dr. Manette refused and asked him to tell his secret only on the day of the wedding if Lucy accepted to marry him. Mr. Stryver, the lawyer, told Sidney Carton that he was planning to marry Lucy Manette. The next day, Mr. Stryver met Mr. Lurie and told him about his idea. Mr. Lurie offered to go to Lucy's house and check the water. Then Mr. Lurie came with a reply and advised Mr. Stryver not to propose to marry Lucy Manette. One day, Sidney Carton visited Lucy in her house as usual. He complained that he had wasted his life and that he would become worse, not better. Then he told her that if she loved him, he would bring her only unhappiness. He would destroy her life. Before Sidney left her, he promised that he would do anything for her or for anybody who is dear to her. Now, watch part of the movie.
Oh, the Marquis! He's been murdered! Stabbed! Oh, the Marquis! He's been murdered! Stabbed!
My dear Darnay, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Manette. I'm so pleased to be back in England again.
You were away so long, we were getting concerned about you.
I was delayed by a death in the family. Doctor, I wish to speak to you on a matter of great delicacy.
Does this matter concern my daughter, Lucille?
Yes, I wish to tell you how deeply I love her. I want to marry her.
Have you spoken to her about this?
Not yet. There are things in my past that you should know about before I declare myself to her.
The past is the past, my boy. Leave it where it belongs.
But, Doctor, it may well affect your decision.
If my daughter does wish to marry you, Darnay, you can tell me of these things on the morning of the wedding. I want to hear no more of this until then.
Lucille, there is something I must say to you.
Please do.
I love you, Lucille. I've loved you from the moment we met.
Charles.
I would ask you to be my wife, Lucille.
And I would be proud of such an honor.
You mean...
I mean, yes, Charles. I should very much like to marry you.
Forgive me for being so direct, Miss Lucille. I know no other way.
What troubles you, Sidney?
I have been welcomed into your house ever since Darnay's trial. I understand that I am your friend and you mine.
Dear Sydney, you and I will always be friends.
But after the wedding, may I continue to come to your house and be your friend and confidant?
I would like that very much, Sydney. I could not bear to lose someone as dear as you.
Thank you, Lucille. You'll never know how much this means to me.
I think I do. But we shall never discuss it.
Now, read the questions and the answers.